been a blast. Teenage dreams and neon screens. It was all bad and no one to me. Like, you know, it's like whatever. Together forever. We're never gonna sever. Laughing, sharing our stories clever. We'll take you back. It's like whatever.
Welcome to Like Whatever, a podcast for, by, and about Gen X. I'm Nicole, and this is my BFFF, Heather.
Hello.
So we have to start with the most important news
at the seams
of the century that came out just hours before we recorded this on Tuesday. Travis and Taylor are engaged.
Yes, they are. I feel like they've been engaged for a while, but I guess I don't know what I'm talking about.
I am so excited. I can't stand myself.
She is.
Yeah.
She has been busting at the seams.
I'm so excited.
I guess it's going to be like the royal wedding. I guess they better televise it.
I just can't decide what they'll do. I don't know if they'll have something huge and everybody sees it, or just the two of them run off and then they have a party later, or just family. I don't know.
I don't know how you handle that. I
can't decide what they would do. I think it's going to come down to whatever Taylor has dreamt of since she was a little kid, because Travis is definitely all about
giving her what she wants.
Everything she wants.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he said in that, when she was on his podcast a few weeks ago, that he went to her concert, he listened to her songs, and she said, you know, the way she met him and the way he pursued her is basically what she's been wanting since she was 12. And he was like, I just listened to the songs and the words, and I was like, okay, I know what she wants me to do.
Oh, well. God bless him.
Yeah. Yeah. It just seemed like such an odd couple when it first started.
They really did. But
yeah,
everybody was saying, oh, that's not usually the type of girl he goes for. Well, and that's not really worked out for him in the past, has it? So
right. And same with her.
Yeah.
She got the artsy-fartsy actors and musicians.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't think any of them were loyal to her, judging by her music.
Yep. She just needed somebody who was not intimidated by her stardom.
Right. And who was fun and positive and upbeat and not.
Plus, you know, as much as you got to say that Kelsey family, they're a nice bunch.
It would be a fun family.
They are a fun family. They're very emotional. It's not like they don't show their emotions. Jason cries like every other day.
He does.
It's just they show, you know, you can tell that they're a good close family, and I think that they can separate life from showbiz life, and I think they can do it all. So good for them.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty exciting.
I didn't have anything exciting except for these people trying to sell this elevator I just showed her on Facebook. These people are trying. It looks like a transporter tube.
It does.
Like
the ones at the bank.
Yeah, it looks like I don't know if it sucks you up to the second one. I don't know. But they want $3,300 for it. So if anybody wants it.
And they paid $40,000 for it. So it is a good deal.
And it takes 30 feet a minute, which we decided took a very long time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could go up the steps faster, although my knee's been hurting me a lot this week. So maybe.
I got some compression socks on today. They got skeletons on them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Super cute.
I know. So I'm not going to be old without being me.
Yeah. Yeah. I did watch a good show on Netflix this week. I binged The Residents. Have you seen? It's a new series. 8 episodes, like 50 minutes long each. And it has, I can never remember her name or say it correctly, but Ubda. She was the crazy girl in Orange is the New Black.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can never remember her name. But oh my gosh, she's phenomenal in it. And it's basically a murder mystery that takes place in the White House.
Oh.
I mean, not basically, that is what it is. It had I thought of Clue a lot when I was watching it, but very clever. Her character is very, very cool. Like, I wonder if she's supposed to be on the spectrum even, because she's very dry, serious, obsessed with birds. And she connects everything to birds. Like
same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was very entertaining. I liked it very much. Okay. And a really cool cast, like Jane Curtin's in it, Al Franken. Like,
I'll have to look
Yeah.
into it. I haven't been watching anything. I've been playing poker. Oh, by the way, I can't give you a code. Delaware doesn't have them. You can't give out codes. Because I couldn't find it on there. I was like, I know I saw a refer a friend thing on there. So I ended up emailing the who's it, what's it? And they were like, no, we don't do that in Delaware. And I was like, well, that's stupid.
Delaware has the dumbest gambling laws.
That's so stupid.
To have been on the forefront of casinos. Well,
Here's the issue. So you can gamble on there in Maryland and you can gamble on there in Delaware. I can spit and hit the Maryland Delaware line from where I live. So sometimes it pings off the Maryland towers and sometimes it pings off the Delaware. It depends on where in my apartment I am standing. The problem is because I'm signed up in the Delaware, so it comes out of Harrington. And not the Maryland. I can't go back and forth between the two. Like I can't just be like, well, so it'll say like geolocation error. So I have to like move around in the house to try and find the sweet spot. I know, first world problems, but I found it on my couch. So, I've been playing poker.
on your couch.
A lot. Way more than I should. But they have penny games, like a penny tournament. Come on. Last night I was in a $2 tournament and I ended up winning $3.82.
See there.
Yeah, almost doubled it. I came in 7th. So excited. Anyway, that's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
Poker.
Yeah. I went to the Latin festival this weekend.
Oh yeah.
And the same empanadas people were there that were there the week before.
Excellent.
At the Caribbean Festival. So yeah, I bought extras. I have one left in my fridge.
Oh, sweet. I bought a bunch of bagels from Surf Bagel the other day, and I have a bunch in my freezer. Yeah.
Nice.
You
We're
don't have-
very exciting this week.
Yeah.
Thank God Travis and Taylor got engaged.
I know. We'd have nothing to talk about except for poker, and nobody wants to hear about that. Should start my own poker podcast. I shouldn't. I'm terrible at it.
Yeah, I am too.
I just like playing. The problem with a lot of these tournaments, especially the penny one, people go all in all the time. And it's like, okay, here's the thing. Nobody here is trying to make any kind of money off of this because we paid a penny in and the most you can win is like $40. And it's not even. I think it's the penny one is like tickets. You win tickets to play more. So you're not really going to win anything. So why are you doing that? Like, we're all just here for a good time.
Right.
Just to kill 3 hours of our day. Why are you going all in?
So as part of the strategy to wait out the all-inners, like play light until...
I try.
Yeah.
That's what I try to do.
Yeah, I love to play poker, but I have a lot of tells.
You should totally play this poker online. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
And I'm a sucker for a pair. If you deal me a pair of fours, I'm like, I can't fold these. What if another four comes up? I am not a sucker for an inside split, or inside straight.
That's good.
I have that going for me.
Okay, you can have whatever, but the chances that you gotta, no, it doesn't work that way. You have to.
I hate pocket aces.
Yes,
I lose
I know.
every single time I have pocket aces.
The theory on pocket aces is to go in heavy and push everybody out before the flop. That's the theory on aces because everybody gets trapped with aces.
Yeah.
You know what I get trapped with all the time? Fucking queens. I'll get trapped with a pair of queens. Bitches.
And I always want to play the 7-2 because it's the worst hand in poker. So I'm like, maybe I can make it work.
My dad and I were talking about it, and there's one, Phil Negroni. He plays, his favorite hand is 9-2. He will play it every time. It's his favorite hand, and he always wins with it. I don't know how. I don't know why.
I had a friend, his favorite was King 9 offsuit. That was his favorite hand.
I will always play aces and eights because it's a dead man's hand. I will always play it, no matter what. I will play an ace and an eight.
Yep.
Suited, not suited, doesn't matter. I'll play it.
Man, you're going to convince me. And I spend enough time on Candy Crush. I don't need to spend any time anywhere else.
I did spend 2.5 hours last night playing, but I made it to 7th.
I can't sit still.
Not
for
all
that
of them.
long.
You can play. They have one. It's called Cubed, where it's just 3 of you playing, and you start with $500, and you just it's quick, It goes up. The blinds go up like every 30 seconds, and it's fast.
That sounds stressful.
It is a little bit, but you're only playing with 2 other people, and then that game doesn't even take 10 minutes.
Have you ever won one of those?
Yeah, I play the quarter one, and I win like 50 cents, 60 cents. It's also random, so you can win up to like 3. I don't. The most I ever won was 60 cents, so I don't know how. But it comes up with a random amount that you win. It's 25 cents. Yeah. Hey, Nicole.
What?
We got us a sponsors.
What?
Yeah, Garden State Distillery.
Hey, don't they have a perfect vodka for Bloody Marys?
Yeah, you can discover the unique taste of New Jersey's coast with Norman Shuck vodka from Garden State Distillery.
Smooth, pure, and infused with oysters, seaweed, and sea salt from Barnegat Bay is a dirty martini in a bottle, perfect for Bloody Marys, oyster shooters, and seafood.
And now you can get a 15% off discount if you go to gardenstatedistillery.com and put in promo code LikeWhateverPod. It's the best discount and the highest discount that they give.
All right. So before we get started, if you could please like, share, rate, review. You can find us on anywhere that you listen to podcasts. You can follow us on all the socials at LikeWhateverPod. We are on YouTube, and you can send an email to likewhateverpod@gmail.com. That being said, let's fuck around and find out about Gen X magazines.
Ooh, magazines.
So this idea started, I was going to do just like the teen beat kind of magazines, but there's really not a lot to say. They were just magazines full of pretty faces. So.
Yes, they were.
So I did
Tiger
do some
beat, teen beat.
But then as I was looking through that, I started seeing other magazines that I really liked as a kid. So that's what I'm going to talk about.
All right.
So I got my info from worthpoint.com, newworldencyclopedia.org, mentalfloss.com, encyclopedia.com, edweek.org, and a little wiki. Yeah, there's not a ton of stuff on this. I always resort to wiki when I go into one of those obscure things. Anyway, the teen magazine began with 17 in 1944.
I knew it was really old.
Yeah, I didn't realize that old though. Editor and writer Helen Valentine founded the magazine after publishing magnate Walter Annenberg approached her and asked her to create a new magazine. No big deal.
No.
Valentine agreed to join him in this new venture only if she could mold the magazine into a publication for a specific demographic, teen girls.
So smart. So smart.
She probably had this idea forever,
Yeah,
but
so
she was a woman in 1944 and nobody would listen to her.
Yeah.
However, there was one problem. The concept of a teen girl did not actually exist in consumerism.
It's true, they were working.
Yeah, exactly.
Child labor was big.
Fortunately, Annenberg approved her idea, and Valentine began an endeavor that changed culture forever. Valentine enlisted the help and expertise of 17 marketing director Estelle Ellis, who created the ideal feminine teen girl. This prototypical teen girl was not only interested in boys, she was also interested in politics, relationships with parents, partners, and friends, the latest fashion trends, college, health, what's popular in television, movies, and music, and how to be her best self.
Yes. I want to know how to be my best self, too.
Once this model was constructed, Ellis and Company devised what teen girls should buy to keep up with their peers. Ellis involved advertising agencies, businesses, and major corporations in creating products and ads that teen girls couldn't resist, from lunchboxes to clothes to room decorations that would help girls express themselves. With 17, Ellis and Valentine demonstrated the significant role young women could play in the consumer culture.
What?
Even though they weren't allowed to have their own credit cards or bank accounts, so...
Yep.
I had to beg the husband for that.
Yep.
All right. So they might have had husbands at teen.
I'm sure they did. I guess it depends on where in the country.
Exactly. Who was paying attention. The table of contents page from 17 provides insight on how Ellis constructed the teen girl. Articles sections are titled What You Were and How You Look. They provided the expectations teen girls should meet.
Indeed.
17's first issue was released in September 1944 and opened the floodgates for other publishers to follow suit. Magazines like Teen, 16, Tiger Beat, Teen Beat, Teen Set, Bop, J14, M Magazine, Teen People, and Teen Vogue, among others, have gone down as some of the more popular teen magazines. In the 1960s and 70s, publishers released teen magazines for people of color, specifically for Black teenagers like Right On, Black Beat, and Word Up.
Oy.
I remember all those too.
I don't remember those.
I'll bet there was a lot of stuff that didn't hold up in there. Teen magazines follow a distinct format. Sensational headlines with a lot of exclamation points.
That's what sells it.
To captivate the reader, collage-style photographs of beautiful people, contests to win items owned by celebrities, and the promise of free posters inside.
Yes.
That's what it was all about.
I can tell you what posters I had.
Carefully opening the staple so that you didn't damage the
Johnny
poster
Depp's
anymore.
face. Yes, that's exactly correct.
Yeah.
It was always Johnny Depp for me.
Always. He's actually in here.
I have no doubt. He was one of the first male teen heartthrobs.
I specifically put him in here for you.
Love him.
Tiger Beat provides the best glimpse into this style. Some headlines include Danger Ahead, David Wants You.
What?
Super huggable, kissable Donnie portraits.
Boo.
Free. Chris Knight, Too Innocent to Kiss. I don't remember who Chris Knight was.
I don't either.
How to Make Donnie Desire You.
Is that Donnie Wahlberg? Because I probably read that one.
Assuming yes, and I'm thinking Knight might have been one of the. No. I know two. There were two Knights in NKOTB.
Yeah, it was Jordan and Jonathan.
Yeah, I was gonna say it wasn't Chris.
No,
maybe he was another brother we forgot about.
Maybe.
Many teen girl magazines have been criticized as sexist.
No.
Which led to the birth of the feminist-centric teen magazine, Sassy.
Which really does not sound feminist-centric.
It does not at all. Released in March 1988 is perhaps the most well-known example. Created to be the antithesis, or antithesis, if I want to say it the correct way.
Either way.
Of traditional teen magazines, Sassy had an edge. For instance, headlines read, Resisting the Wiles of the Male Sleaze.
Ooh.
One Beautiful Girl and Her Angst.
Aww.
6 Reasons You Don't Want to Be Popular.
I didn't need 6.
Heather could have written that article.
I only needed 1.
Dress Like an Artsy Chick.
I could have written that one too.
And The Dirty, Scummy Truth About Spring Break. Ew. It was created for young women who didn't feel like they could relate to the information in 17 or Tiger Beat. Casey Lewis from The Hairpin describes Sassy best. Sassy was the Daria of 17's Quinn.
Wow, I guess
that made me laugh so hard.
That's pretty fucking funny. I don't remember Sassy though. I don't know that I really. At 17 I did. Tiger Beat I did up until middle school, end of middle school, maybe beginning of high school, because that's when I started going goth, and they didn't have the goths in the. Of course, except Johnny Depp, but he had not become my goth hero yet.
No. He didn't know he was goth yet.
No, he didn't know he was going to be the premier gothic icon.
I feel like Sassy was probably very specific to maybe certain regions.
I was going to say.
Even girls who were like, ew, that's sexist, we're still going to read those teen magazines.
Yes. And fill out
girls.
every one of those quizzes.
Yes. And we still want to fit in and be popular. Well, not you, but.
No, I don't. Fuck that.
But at the root of a lot of teenage girls, that's what it is. It's probably parents were buying Sassy for their daughters because they didn't want them reading that other stuff.
That's true.
They were like,
here's the thing. Like, as I was thinking the other day, did I ever want to be popular? I don't think I wanted to be popular. No.
I didn't like the popular girls. They were really mean. I mean, back in our day, they really were like
They
mean
were
girls.
really mean. Well, but the other thing is we only had 20 people in my class.
Right.
So like,
I've always just fit in with everybody, and I'm still that way. Like, I like you for who you are, not
yeah.
what you have or
I just sat
who
at
you're
the,
friends with.
Like I sat at the lunch table by myself. Like I just didn't want to. I don't think I wanted, but I did read all the magazines. And I meant to tell you this the other day. Well, tell all of you this. What was I watching? Oh my God. I don't remember what it was, but it was a meme or it was TikTok or something. And I was like, how have I always keep forgetting that my actual first crush and probably what is wrong with me is Christian Slater. Fucking love Chris. And Heather's, I mean, seriously, like that's what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I probably did get the teen magazines for Christian Slater.
Oh, yeah.
In all his Heather. I mean, the black hair and Heather, and he's, oh my God. First of all, Heather's is like the greatest movie ever. Not just because that's my name, but you fucking love that movie. And it's got Winona in it.
It does.
And Christian Slater and Shannon Doherty. I mean, come on.
Yep. All right. It's important to note that not all teen magazines were wrapped up in celebrity culture. For example, 17 magazine, though problematic in terms of diet culture, is notable for discussing important topics like the AIDS crisis, sexual harassment, and divorce, and other controversial subject matter. Other teen magazines like Sassy didn't shy away from difficult conversations either.
I do remember there being like that in there. Mm-hmm. Although I don't know that I read the articles. I think mostly I bought them to make collages.
You didn't buy it for the articles.
Which I'm hoping we talk about later, collages.
Well, you bring them up whenever you want. Okay. They're not necessarily in here.
Is that just a teen girl thing? Did you make collages?
Well, I don't know, because remember when we did the episode on Arnold Schwarzenegger called, I forget
Kindergarten Governor.
You can listen to that one from a few weeks ago if you'd like. He had male bodybuilders all over his walls.
That's true.
And that's why his parents thought he was gay.
But did he make a collage?
I think men had just had posters, because there was the Farrah Fawcett poster and there was Kathy Ireland and there was Cindy Crawford, but they were big posters.
It's the running kindergarten governor, and it's episode 42.
Shameless plug.
I liked, you remember when you would buy, let us know in the socials or whatever, who did this? You buy the poster board and you get your little glue and you cut like words and pictures and like eyes and like lips and like I don't know, I probably put cigarettes in there and like all the shit you liked, and then you just put glue over top of it. I had one still up until I left my house. I still had one.
Wow.
Yeah. I had, yeah.
I know. I think back to things and I'm like, I'm sure I had that for a very long time, but I have moved a lot in my life.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's gotten lost along the way.
I just wonder how many, like, do y'all remember doing it? And then you like squirt the glue. You didn't have that Mod Podge nonsense. You just squirt the glue on it and you rub all over it. And I'm going to make a collage. Do they even make magazines anymore? I'm going to make a collage later.
They do make magazines still. The most valuable teen magazines are bound copies of multiple issues, culturally significant magazines, posters published by magazines, first editions and special editions, and autographed issues. In general, teen magazines are no different than any other vintage magazine on the market. As a result, you can find most within the range of $5 to $25.
I bet if we looked in this here, Eve, we might be. I mean, they're gonna have holes in it.
We can add it to our stand that we're going to take to Oddities and Curiosities. You know, people would be down with that.
Look at my collage from 1987. There's a swatch on there. In case you wanted to check that out.
An ad for
Swatch your step.
Teen magazines published for Black teenagers hold some of the highest value. For example, Elegant Teen issue from 1965, which features the magazine staff visiting the set of The Munsters, sold for $2,225.
Wow.
Yeah. Additionally, a rare premiere issue of Right On magazine from October 1971 sold for $1,000. Issues of Black Beat are also worth more than your average teen magazines. For example, the issues from March 1991 and July 1991 featuring the band BBD, Belle Biv DeVoe, sold for $280. On average, regular Black Beat issues sell for much lower prices. Individual posters that were once buried in magazines, like Treasures, are often sold for more than the price of the actual magazine. Autographed issues are more valuable based on the relevancy of the celebrity. Now, do you think they were actually autographed? No. Right.
It would have just been mass produced.
Yeah.
But you can still get those, like, I don't know. Remember there was a time on eBay where everybody was selling.
You knew someone very well who was making a fortune off of legitimate.
Sure did.
Mass-produced headshots.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why these autographed issues are more valuable. It's not a real... Anyway. The more expensive issues and magazine posters autographed by Harry Styles, Christina Aguilera, Justin Bieber, and Madonna sold for over $150.
I don't know.
I don't get it. Madonna, yes. The rest, I don't know. Bieber, too.
No.
I'm not a Christina Aguilera fan.
I like Christina Aguilera. But like her dirty era?
I like her old stuff, but my problem with her is she always sounds like she is straining so hard to sing, and it sounds so unnatural.
Yeah.
Vintage issues and posters signed by John Travolta, Johnny Depp, or David Cassidy are much more affordable at about $20.
I would pay $20 for I just paid $20 for a muskrat with a hat on. So
teen magazines are pure nostalgia. These magazines hold memories. They remind us of who our former celebrity crushes were, who our friends loved, what fashion trends were in style, and what music ruled our lives. They are culturally significant artifacts of a time we all experienced in our lives.
The main one that stands out to me and all of you, there was 2 times a year where I actually paid attention. I don't know why, because I didn't go to either one of these things. But homecoming and prom. And if you remember, prom had like a specific edition where it was nothing but prom dresses.
You have always been a sucker for prom dresses.
I love a fucking prom dress. I love them.
Yeah.
I don't know where I would wear one these days. I'm just, you know what? I'm just going to go buy some prom dresses.
You should wear them to your poker tournaments.
I should wear them just everywhere.
Sit on your couch in your
My
prom dress. You might play better.
God damn
when
it,
you
I
feel
might.
pretty.
I'm just going to start. That's it. Prom dresses it is. I'm going to wear prom dresses to work.
And then you can walk your dog in the prom dress.
I don't know why I don't wear prom dresses more.
Yeah,
Like,
you
who
can get them
fucking
at
cares?
Goodwill for cheap.
I just bought. I just have now decided that I am entering my Blanche era.
Oh.
Yeah. I bought. It's supposedly a swimsuit cover up, but it's basically
You bought a muumuu?
not a muumuu. I do have a muumuu though. It's a no buttons, but it's like chiffony jacket
Yeah,
kind
it's
of thing.
what they wear. It's the Three's Company thing they do. Who's the lady from Three's Company in
Mrs.
Rehoboth?
Roper, but
yes.
no, that's not her. No, she wears a muumuu. A caftan. She wears a caftan.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
No, I mean like it's like a cardigan, but like short sleeved, and it's like silky chiffony, and it flows.
Yeah,
And mine has skulls all over it because I found it on the Amazon.
Yeah, I've been wearing those things for years.
I know, but now I'm wearing them.
Yeah,
And maybe I'll go. That's it. Goodwill, here I come.
You could wear your prom dress with that over
I
it.
totally could. I'm gonna start
my
wearing.
God.
I'm just.
You're going to be so cute. All right, so we're done with Teen Beat. No more collage talk.
God damn it.
I'm sorry. I'm going to go through a couple of ones that I liked as a kid. Okay. And I was a super nerd and loved Time magazine. Mm-hmm. From the time I had my own money, I would buy a subscription to it every year. And I think I loved a lot of it that it came out weekly.
Right.
So you got it a lot. And I read the whole thing like front to back. So I don't remember a lot of it, but
It's
whatever. I read it. All right. So Time was co-founded in 1923 by Britton Haddon and Henry R. Lucci, making it the first weekly news magazine in the United States. The two had previously worked together as chairman and managing editor at the Yale Daily News. Haddon was a rather carefree figure who liked to tease Lucci and saw Time as something important but also fun. That accounts for its tone, which many still criticize as too light for serious news and more suited to its heavy coverage of celebrities, including politicians, the entertainment industry, and pop culture.
So now, because I work at the post office, I see magazines a lot. And definitely Time and People are the two that I see more than really any other magazine. There'll be a Vogue every here and there. I don't see any Reader's Digest anymore.
Yeah. We're going to talk about Reader's Digest later on.
I did like Reader's Digest. I think everybody did. If you have grandparents at any point in your life, I think you like the Reader's Digest.
You were sitting around bored at your grandparents'
Yeah,
house.
and you can look at the little cartoons and then read the jokes. And, but yeah, I do. So like, hey guys, you know how you could support your post office? Get you a subscription. Not only are you supporting the post office because it comes through the mail, but you get something to do once a week, and you're supporting a dying industry. So go get a subscription to Time.
I do miss newspapers.
We get newspapers twice a week from the local one, and then we get a couple of them that come once a week.
I'm talking the Sunday Fat News paper.
We don't get those, but there's a specific Republican. Yeah, that comes through.
I think that's part of what I loved about Time, though, was it wasn't just serious news. It was
Right.
There was all kinds of stuff in there, so I could read the serious stuff and then reward myself with some sort of pop culture celebrity crap.
Yeah.
Time set out to tell the news through people, and for many decades, the magazine cover was of a single person. The first issue of Time was published in 1923, featuring on its cover Joseph G. Cannon, the retired Speaker of the United States House of Representatives. People was originally inspired by Time's People page.
Yeah.
After Time
One time I was Person of the Year.
I know. With the Boys and Girls Club.
No.
Oh, on Time?
Yeah. We all were. Remember the one they had? It was a mirror cover. It was like the Person of the Year. Yeah. I don't remember what year that was. Maybe, I don't know.
A long time ago.
2000 maybe?
After Time magazine began publishing its weekly issue in March 1923, Larson was able to increase its circulation by utilizing U.S. radio and movie theaters around the world to promote both Time magazine and the politics of the U.S. corporate interest which Time Incorporated served. According to Fielding, in 1977, as early as 1924, Lawson had brought Time into the infant radio business with the broadcast of a 15-minute sustained quiz show entitled Pop Question, which survived until 1925, a whole year. Then in 1928, Larson undertook the weekly broadcast of a 10-minute program series of brief news summaries drawn from current issues of Time magazine, which was originally broadcast over 33 stations throughout the United States. Larson next arranged for a 30-minute radio program entitled The March of Time to be broadcast over the Columbia Broadcasting System, or CBS, beginning on March 6, 1931. Each week, his March of Time radio program presented a dramatization of the week's news for its listeners. As a result of this radio program, Time magazine was brought to the attention of millions previously unaware of its existence. So very smart marketing. Have you ever wanted to replace any of your old Gen X concert t-shirts?
Old Glory offers 300,000 items for music, sports, entertainment, and pop culture fans, featuring officially licensed merch from iconic bands and top sports teams.
Discover your perfect fan gear and save with our exclusive code at oldglory.com.
You can use the promo code LikeWhateverPod and get an exclusive 15% off discount at oldglory.com, promo code LikeWhateverPod. You know what I just thought of?
What?
So, back to my collages. That was whiteboarding.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we did. We whiteboarded.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to bring it back. I think we should bring it back, guys.
Yeah. I agree.
Ladies, whoever whiteboards, subscribe to a magazine and cut shit out, words and stuff. Let's bring it back.
That was fun.
Get rid of word whiteboards and do collages.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back.
And then with the extra letters, you can send ransom and notes.
Yeah. Show your kids how to do that. Kidnapping notes.
All right. So I wanted to go through the 80s, and each year Time Magazine had a person of the year.
I was one time.
I know. Mm-hmm. I remember. So in 1980, it was Ronald Reagan. I think we all know who he is.
I do.
In 81, it was Lech Walesa, which I know is totally wrong because the L had a slanted line through it and the E had a not normal thing I've seen over it. So I know I'm saying that wrong. But he was the leader of Poland's Solidarity movement, a Nobel Peace Prize winner, and he beat communism and brought about democracy to Poland. Yeah. I did read a lot about him. I didn't put it in here, but he sounds like a pretty amazing guy. He wasn't particularly intellectual,
right?
But he was passionate and he was honest and he just did his shit. I don't know. He sounded kind of neat. In 1982, the person of the year was the computer.
Yay!
Yay!
I remember that one.
Yep. In 1983, it was Yuri Andropov and Ronald Reagan. Yuri was a Soviet politician that opposed invading Poland. Yeah. So, commie, but he tried. 1984 was Peter Uberroth. That starts with a UE, so you'll have to forgive me if I don't know how to pronounce it. But he was an American sports businessman involved in the Olympics and Major League Baseball.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I remember this one, too. 1985 was Deng Xiaoping.
Sounds good.
Okay. And I'm sure there are people there like, listening that are like, yet. This is how you say it, you moron. But I've never claimed to know how to say things. So,
so fuck off.
Yeah.
If you're here to listen to us say things properly, you're in the wrong spot.
Or go give us 5 stars, whichever.
Then go somewhere else.
So Deng was the most powerful figure in the People's Republic of China from the late 1970s until his death in 1997. I think he had kidney failure. He abandoned many orthodox communist doctrines and attempted to incorporate elements of the free enterprise system and other reforms into Chinese economy. Yep.
I remember this one.
1986, Corazon Aquino.
Corazon Aquino.
Okay. I only took like 7 years of Spanish. Corazon Aquino was the first female president of the Philippines, serving from 1986 to 1992, and is known for her pivotal role in restoring democracy after the dictatorship of Ferdinand Marcos. 1987 was somebody you've probably heard of, Mikhail Gorbachev.
Never heard of him.
1988's person of the year was the Endangered Earth.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, and look how far we've come. Yeah. We've just made it worse.
So very far.
And in 1989, Time did a Man of the Decade, which, again, Mikhail Gorbachev.
That's because he's tearing down the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Still a communist, though.
Yep.
So that was Time. So the next one, another one that I loved, but I couldn't always afford this one.
This one was expensive.
Rolling Stone.
Yeah. I think everybody loved Rolling Stone.
Yeah. There were so many music magazines back then that there was like NME, I think.
I got one that was an alternative, and I can't remember what it was called right now.
I probably saw it today, and I meant to put those in here, and I missed. I think I forgot. Maybe it'll be later, but I don't think so. All right. The first magazine was released in 1967 and featured John Lennon on the cover. And then one of the most controversial covers was also him, wrapped naked around Yoko.
Oh,
Remember
yeah,
that?
yeah.
And then it was published every 2 weeks. It is known for provocative photography and its cover photos featuring musicians, politicians, athletes, and actors. Rolling Stone was known for its musical coverage and for Thompson's political reporting, and in 1985, they hired an advertising agency to refocus its image under the series Perception/Reality, comparing 60s symbols to those of the 80s, which led to an increase in advertising revenue and pages. It also shifted to more of an entertainment magazine in the 1980s. It still had music as the main topic, but began to increase its coverage of celebrities, films, and pop culture. It also began releasing its annual Hot issue. In the 1990s, the magazine changed its format to appeal to a younger readership interested in youth-oriented television, film actors, and popular music. All right, so next, this was a magazine that I personally didn't read. My stepbrother did, but I certainly remember it. Mad Magazine.
Yes.
Thanks to satire like The Simpsons and The Daily Show, it's hard to imagine a time when irreverent humor wasn't everywhere. But the 1950s were much different.
They were.
Anti-establishment humor wasn't part of the mainstream.
No.
Not until Mad Magazine arrived to poke holes in everything from politics to movies to advertising. And even if you never picked up Mad, you probably know Alfred E. Newman,
I do.
its moronic mascot. Today, comic books are the source material for movies that gross billions of dollars. But in the 1950s, adults generally perceived them as hot dumpster trash that would rot kids' brains. Some people even took to burning them.
Okay, imagine that.
Isn't it funny? It's always something.
The back of it, didn't it fold up into something? The back cover of Mad Magazine?
Probably.
I think if you folded it, it was like something different.
Probably.
I didn't read. I maybe had a couple of them, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it was too boyish for me.
Yeah, it wasn't my thing.
How did comics get such a bad rep? While characters like Superman and Batman were viewed with suspicion, adults were really fixated on crime and horror comics like the ones published by EC Comics. Founded by Maxwell Gaines in 1944 and later run by his son William Gaines, EC was the publisher behind grisly titles like Tales from the Crypt and The Vault of Horror. Sounds like your kinds of comic books. Beheadings and other gore made them a little bit like the slasher movies of their day. But Gaines had one employee who thought comics could do better. His name was Harvey Kurtzman, and he was a very talented writer and artist who had finished military service and was looking to become a professional illustrator. After a series of odd jobs, Kurtzman landed at EC Comics, where his approach to popular war titles was more thoughtful than most of the stories being published at the time. With the Korean War raging and the experiences of his many fans in the military to draw from, Kurtzman told stories that examined the human price of war. While Kurtzman examined serious topics, he wasn't that serious a guy. He had spent several years illustrating humor comics, including a stint working for Marvel mastermind Stan Lee.
I've heard of him.
I love Stan Lee.
I know.
And as much as he loved his combat stories, EC Comics wasn't exactly known for their deep pockets. Kurtzman wanted an opportunity to be funny and to make more money doing it. Don't we all?
Yeah.
The historical record gets a little murky when it comes to who exactly came up with the idea for Mad. Kurtzman insisted a humor comic was his idea. William Gaines said it was his. The two never even agreed on who named it Mad. Kurtzman said he came up with it. Gaines said that he and other editors had referred to EC Comics as EC's Mad Mags for their bombastic approach, and that Kurtzman had merely taken the phrase and shortened it. What we do know is that Kurtzman wanted to do something new at the time, a comic book that made fun of other comic books. Each issue would have a series of stories poking fun at popular genres like horror, westerns, and superhero titles, with Kurtzman using many of the same artists, including Jack Davis and Wallace Wood, that EC used for their conventional titles. It was something different, and in the comics market of 1952, different was important. Roughly 3,250 comics were published that year, with over 60 different titles hitting the newsstands every week. Kids who made up most of the comic book readership had lots of choices, and there was no telling whether a humor comic would succeed. The first issue of Mad was actually titled Tales Calculated to Drive You Mad, and retailed for 10 cents. Gaines printed 400,000 copies for its October-November 1952 launch and waited to get word from distributors and retailers on whether it was a hit, and it wasn't. It sold pretty poorly, actually. All of that competition had squeezed Mad out of the picture. Gaines was dismayed to see that issues 2 and 3 were also met with a lukewarm reception. Kurtzman decided that if they were going to parody comics, they might as well set their sights on the biggest and most indestructible target possible, Superman. A satire titled Super Duper Man ran in the 4th issue and was significant for 2 reasons. Mocking DC's hero created strong word of mouth among readers, and it also led to DC, then known as National Comics Publications, sending a strongly worded legal letter demanding Mad stop mocking their most popular character. Did Mad comply? It did not. Did Mad get a lot of legal letters from that point forward? It did.
I do remember that. I do remember that that's what part of it was, is that they would get cease and desist letters all the time. That they really went out of their way to.
I remember that too.
Yeah.
All because they called him Super Duper Man.
Get over yourself.
All right. We're spending too much time together.
I know.
With momentum generated by Super Duper Man, the circulation of Mad soared to 750,000 copies per issue. More parodies followed, like Starchy, a takeoff of Archie, which saw the Riverdale gang acting more like delinquents than innocent teenagers. Under Kurtzman's watch, Mad was also leaning into more subversive humor. One issue had a cover printed to look like a classic composition book, which persuaded kids to try and get away with reading it in school.
Oh, smart.
I do remember it being mischievous.
Yes.
But I don't remember ever reading it. The success of the comic came at a good time for EC, since they were about to face a very public scolding for pretty much everything else they published. In 1954, congressional hearings were held on the potential dangers of comic books, and William Gaines was called in to testify.
Were you a communist if you read the comic books?
Well, they do both start with C-O-M.
Yes. I think Super Duper Man was a communist.
Ooh.
It's a commie bastard.
Yeah. Anti-American.
Yeah, son of a bitch.
It didn't go well.
Also an illegal alien.
Ooh.
Lock him up.
Yep. So when William Gaines went to testify, it didn't go well. He was confronted with an EC cover featuring a decapitation. Gaines declared it appropriate for a horror comic, which is not what a bunch of very stern senators wanted to hear. Pretty soon, the comics industry was being forced to govern itself with the Comics Code Authority, a panel that monitored comics for good taste and made sure titles avoided controversial topics like horror and gore, for example. All the good stuff.
I know. Why is it so controversial? Horror and gore is the best.
One of the biggest mysteries behind Mad actually started more than 50 years before the first issue was printed. That's around the time an illustration of a gap-toothed imbecile began circulating in advertising material. He was even used in a political campaign against Franklin Roosevelt.
Oh, snap.
In your face. Around the time Gaines and EC were preparing to issue a series of Mad trade paperback collections, Kurtzman was in the offices of Ballantine Books when he saw this strange figure on a bulletin board with the caption, "Me worry?" Kurtzman stole the name Alfred Newman from a radio show hosted by Henry Morgan, but it was originally just used as a sort of generic stand-in name around EC, not a label for any particular character. Wasn't Henry Morgan in MASH?
I want to know.
Okay.
I know who you're talking about.
Okay. just made that up.
No, it's close to that. And I can't think of it. I'll Google it.
Okay. A Story in Crime Illustrated, for instance, has a story attributed to Newman. According to Kurtzman, it was only when fans began applying the name Alfred E. Newman to the dim-witted character that Mad editors followed suit. Artist Norman Mingo perfected Newman's dull expression and illustrated many covers for Mad. Did you find it?
Harry Morgan. Harry Morgan, yeah.
Yeah. It was Colonel Potter, right? Okay. Alfred E. Newman became so popular that a reader in New Zealand once sent a letter to the publisher's offices in New York with no address on it. Instead, the correspondent had drawn Newman on the envelope. It made it to its destination. You post office people are amazing.
I'm going to tell you. So when I was a kid, there was like 7 people that lived in the town where I grew up. And the lady, Janet, was our mail lady. She drove a red Jeep. She knew everybody. So we moved around a lot. After we got out of the van, we moved around a lot in different people's houses. And all in the same street. And in the same town, we just moved around a lot. Anyway, so mail would come to my grandmother's house, the other house that they had 2 condos. They had 2 beach houses. And then it would go to the house that we lived in, and then it would go to the restaurant. And then when we moved, it would go to our new house. So we were still getting mail at all of those locations. And Janet brought all of our mail to one spot. And now, I'm so sorry, Janet. I think Janet died, but yeah. But she knew like you could just write Libby's on there and she would know where to go. I mean, obviously, or whatever.
Yeah.
But we're pretty good about it. Like, I have this one lady that's moved buildings. She keeps moving buildings. And she never puts a forward in, but I know where she's going.
That's the stalker in you.
Yep.
Doing its work. All right. Even though authorship of the character was never discovered, it wasn't long before someone tried to claim Newman as their own. A woman named Helen Pratt Stuff sued EC, claiming that her late husband, Harry Spencer Stuff, had copyrighted the character back in 1914. As Mad geared up for the lawsuit, they began researching the history of the character and found widespread use of the face. What's more, Harry Spencer Stuff was, in the words of the court, most derelict in preventing others from infringing his copyright, which didn't help his widow's argument.
Right.
She lost the lawsuit on appeal. In fact, Newman's likeness may date back to 1894 when the Los Angeles Herald ran an announcement for a play called The New Boy. His depiction may have been inspired by an actor who appeared in the show. A poor guy, if that's what he looked like.
Right.
But it's so funny, like, doing this research, it just cracks me up coming across these things. Like, humans never change.
No.
The clothing change, the hairstyles change, the decor changes, but we're all suing for dumb shit.
Yep.
And we're all fighting over who did what.
Yep.
I've had it with humanity.
Me too.
How popular did Newman get? In 1959, Fred Astaire starred in a variety television special titled Another Evening with Fred Astaire. Not another one.
That's too many.
You know they're sick of it if they're like, another evening. In it, Astaire performs a dance routine that's every bit as compelling as any other Fred Astaire routine, except he happens to be wearing an Alfred E. Newman mask the entire time. Sounds like he was drunk to me. Yeah. I'm going to wear that on stage.
It's just another evening with me.
Even I'm bored with me. I need to change this up a little bit. All right, here's a biggie. This was so essential.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that every single house in the country had it. You had to.
It still exists, and I still get it. This is the one I was.
Do you get them in the mail?
I don't, but they're
deliver
really
them?
big now. They're like magazine size now. They're not small like they used to be, but we still get them.
All right, the TV guide. Man, I miss looking up in the TV guide. Just like I feel bad for kids that don't research papers and encyclopedias.
because when you got the TV guide, you could see what the week's episode of whatever show was going to give you a little synopsis.
Especially when it was the holidays.
Yes.
And you could look and see when like Charlie Brown Christmas was going to be on.
No.
Yes.
No. I would like it when you could read like what's going on the sitcom that's coming out, like what's happening on Roseanne this
they'd
week.
have a little
synopsis.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
I also read Soap Opera Digest.
You could also find out if some other dumb shit was going to be on when your TV show was supposed to be on.
Like the State of the Union.
Ahead of time, instead of turning on the channel at 8 o'clock and being like, what the fuck is this?
I remember that.
Nobody cares what the president has to say.
Shut the fuck up.
In 1953, when television was still a brand new and growing phenomenon on the American scene, the president of Philadelphia's Triangle Publishing, Walter H. Annenberg, conceived the idea of a national television magazine. Inspired by the wide circulation of a local magazine called TV Digest, Annenberg envisioned one central nationwide magazine with separate editions containing the different local television listings. That's quite impressive. Like, you out of one office knew what all of the stations in all of the regions around the whole country.
I feel like maybe that is someone on the spectrum.
Oh, yes, that sounds right.
Sounds like somebody on the spectrum would do.
Yeah, for sure.
As being someone on the spectrum.
Annenberg moved quickly, keeping the convenient digest size and adding glossy color photographs and articles. On April 3rd, 1953, TV Guide was born and remains the premier listing for television fanatics in the late 20th century.
Yeah, that's the 19s.
Yeah, but
we're in the 21st century.
Yeah, I know, but was it still a thing in the 90s?
Yeah, I still deliver it now.
Oh, true. Okay.
And we're in the 21st century.
I had 3 channels in the 90s and an antenna, so I don't know.
I did have cable.
Yeah, you were fancy. My dad had cable.
Fancy.
So when I went there every other weekend, I got to watch
literally
cable.
nothing else to do here in the wintertime.
Yeah, true. Beginning what was to be a tradition of exclusive reportage on television and its surrounding issues, the cover of the first issue showed one of the first photos of comedy queen Lucille Ball's new baby. That's quite a, what's it called when they do that on the internet? Hard launch. There we go. The magazine was issued in 10 editions, each geared to a different locality, and it sold more than 1.5 million copies. The idea had proved to be a good one, and TV Guide went on to become the best-selling weekly in the United States with a circulation of more than 13 million readers. 13 million a week. That's pretty impressive.
Significant.
Yeah, I guess every house didn't have it, though. The 10 editions grew to 119 regional editions, and TV Guide became the name most often associated with not only television program listings, but also with television journalism. Though perhaps not the most glorious aspect of the television industry, TV Guide is certainly one of the most familiar.
I mean, I still call the guide on the TV Guide.
Yeah.
When I look at stuff.
Yeah.
Which I don't usually anymore, but up until a couple years ago, when I got rid of cable.
Yeah.
I called it the TV. I would
The
be like,
TV Guide in your hand was so much better than that stupid menu.
no,
on
I know,
cable.
but I'm just saying, like, I would still call that the TV. I would be like, pull the TV Guide up.
Just like there's still Mac machines where we get our money from.
There are still Mac machines. You know that's a Philadelphia thing.
Yeah.
That's just here. Other places didn't have Mac machines. I didn't know that. Until I started looking at all these Gen X pages and stuff. Yeah, I didn't know that was a regional thing.
I guess I didn't know that either. The main office of TV Guide is still in Radnor, Pennsylvania, but the staff of over 1,300 is scattered in more than 20 bureaus around the country. Because TV Guide's competition includes the free television sections of local newspapers, the weekly had to offer viewers something special not available in the local listings. Because of this, the editorial staff of TV Guide has always employed a two-pronged approach, the listings and the articles. Just like Playboy.
Yeah.
photos and the articles.
I just am there for the articles.
That's it. Isn't that what they all say? To maximize the value of its program listings, TV guide writers are assigned to cover individual television shows. Rather than using studio press releases, these writers screen programs and even read scripts themselves to ensure that their descriptions of the shows are accurate. The National Features Department of the Journal moved to New York City in 1991 to be even closer to the television industry there.
That has to be the greatest job ever, that you got to see TV shows before everybody else did.
Yeah. And then just write what they were about.
Because like the 90s, you're talking ER.
Right. And you're only writing these tiny little things about it. It's not like you have to write.
I feel like the 90s was like some of the best time for TV.
Oh, yeah.
Like I feel like now there's just not.
It's
I just feel like the 90s were like.
It's terrible. My friend was watching American Ninja Warrior last night.
Yeah, no.
And I'm not at all interested in the show. Like, it doesn't appeal to me. But the guy commentating is just screaming the whole time.
Yes.
I'm like, why is he screaming? He's so loud.
I just think like the TV programming, like ER and Chicago Hope, and I mean, I just feel like you had some of the best TV shows. Although I'm drawing Buffy and just all the other ones.
Yeah.
My So-Called Life.
Oh, God, I love My So-Called Life. Oh, my God.
Jordan Catalano, again, not a good person to have a crush on, especially not now. Now he's got his own cult. Did you know that? Ooh. That he is the leader of a cult?
I didn't
allegedly.
Know that. I did not know that.
Yes. Him and his brother.
Yeah. Yikes.
Mm-hmm.
Don't join a cult, kids.
Don't join a cult.
It's bad. TV Guide's other approach to creating public demand for its product has been its articles. The pages not filled with program listings contain photographs of stars, reviews of weekly programs and television movies, and articles.
Can I just say, but
yes,
real quick, one of my favorite podcasts, My Favorite Murder, their thing is, and they had T-shirts and everything that says, "You're in a cult, call your dad," or "Call your dad, you're in a cult." Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah. Don't join a cult.
Yeah, don't.
Although nobody that listens to this is in the cult.
No, and cults just piss me off. It's such a blatant abuse of insecurity, and especially on girls. It just pisses me off. It's just men who want to have sex with a lot of women.
Yeah. There is a on the My Favorite, let's just plug My Favorite Murder. On the MFN network, they have a show that they have recently just added that is two girls that got out of cults. One is the 2x2s and the other one is from the Moonies. And they have a whole podcast on just cults. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it really is.
And it's so cool to hear two girls that were actually in cults discuss. Yeah. It's crazy.
Can you imagine, like, I've stepped away from a lot of things where I'm like, wow, what was I thinking? But can you imagine getting away from that and being like, wow.
Yeah. Here's the other thing that this is just so stream of consciousness right now because it's been a day. Earlier today, 'cause I did want to talk about this up top and I forgot, but
go for it.
So I was thinking about my obsession with serial killers. Because I was listening to Dateline.
Oh, Ted Bundy was an answer on Jeopardy last night. I was very excited.
Yeah. Anyway, I forget what it was. Oh, it was the guy that killed those college students in Idaho.
Oh, yeah.
It was the Dateline on that. And they were talking about how it feels to be his family, because apparently some members of his family thought maybe he did do it. And when he was at their house for Christmas, went to his car and searched his car. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway,
I would not take that chance.
I don't want to know.
Catch me.
They had a woman on there, and I think this is a fucking amazing thing, and I need to start looking for her. She is the daughter of Dennis Rader, who is the BTK killer, the bind, torture, kill, and he was decades. And to me, like, how insane is that that you're his daughter. Like, I know Ted Bundy's daughter changed her name and like erased it all.
Was she his biological daughter?
Yes, he has a biological daughter.
I was thinking his wife had kids when he married her.
I think he has one biological kid.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's a daughter. And then I know John Wayne Gacy's kids like erased that whole thing. But this Dennis Rader's daughter, she runs an advocacy for.
I feel like I have seen something on her. I used to watch a lot of ID TV, and they're very random with their stuff, and I feel like it might have been on there.
It's just like, how? Because she said he was my best friend. Like, she just cannot.
Well, it sounds like a lot of them were
And that's
great guys.
like, everybody talks about like, what's your. I think that in particular is what my fascination with these people are, because they live literally two different lives.
Right.
Just completely like.
And they're very good at both of them.
Yes.
Like, their one life, they are perfect. Great husband, great father, great community person, great in the church, the guy you'd call up if you needed some help with something, like all of that. They're also extremely good at
finding, torturing, killing people for decades. He did it for like 40 years.
I've decided after all these murder shows, it is not hard. No. It all comes down to what you said. Don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anybody.
And serial killers don't tell anybody.
No. That's how they get away with it.
Yeah.
They don't tell anybody. Anyway, I digress.
Quick, easy, random. Don't ever kill somebody in your own town.
No. Can't be anybody you know.
Nobody.
Random killings are much harder to solve.
Yeah. Because there's no motive.
No.
But you make a lot of people's life hell when they're trying to figure out who did have the motive to do it. And a lot of husbands are probably going to jail for it.
I have no doubt.
They probably did something else wrong. They deserve it.
Dateline I watch. So I sit at my they're called a case. I sit at my case all morning and now I'm listening to Datelines all the time. The one Dateline, okay, first of all, she came on, her husband was killed, shot to death, I think. And she was running errands all morning, and then she came home and found him shot to death, dead, right? So
that's always the excuse.
It just gets so much worse. She called him.
Women are terrible murderers.
This one was particularly bad.
Horribly bad.
The first 5 minutes, I was like, this bitch killed her husband. Like, who doesn't see? And it was an hour and a half. So it's like, how are we going on for an hour and a half long? I already see. She called her husband and left a message while she was out running. I know we're supposed to have lunch today at whatever time. And I was thinking we could go to this restaurant. And it's really weird that you're not answering your phone because you always answer your phone. Click. And then it gets worse. She calls again while she's at the restaurant. And
she probably thought she was so clever.
And says, it's really weird that you're not picking up. And it's really weird that you're not here because you're never late for anything. And I was like,
so you must be dead.
Yeah. Like, are you just, no one talks to their significant other that way. I don't care how much you love and care about each other. You're going to be like, yo, motherfucker, where are you? I'm sitting in this restaurant by myself. What the hell are you doing? What's taking you so long?
If you even call you, shoot him a text and you're like,
what the fuck, bro?
Yo,
yeah,
I'm here. Where are you?
And it was like, sweetie this, and oh, sweetie, and you're never late. And it's so weird that you're this late and you're never, and I'm like, you just totally gave yourself, okay.
Women are terrible at it. Well, except for like the really crazy serial killer ones. There have been some really good women serial killers, but all right. Anyway,
and no more serial killers.
Back to the TV guide.
So sorry.
Let's see, where was I? I'm just going to start here, and you have to cut it out if that's. All right. TV Guide's other approach to creating public demand for its product has been its articles. The pages not filled with program listings contain photographs of stars, reviews of weekly programs, and television movies and articles. Some articles are the predictable, fluffy pieces highlighting the off-camera antics of sitcom casts or lightweight interviews with current popular stars. Light though they may be, these articles are often exactly what the television viewer wants to see. Alternate views of favorite shows and stars and the critics' opinions of the shows they watch. But TV Guide takes itself seriously as a television magazine as well. In the sentiments of the editorial staff, TV Guide's remarkable success stems from its ability to present not only broad, objective reporting about what is on television, but also in-depth, provocative coverage about the TV industry itself and the effect television has on society. Yeah. All right, so that was the TV guide. So here's another one that I was jealous that my friends had and I never had.
I never had it either, but it was always at the doctor's office.
Yeah, but it was always screwed up. Everybody had already done all the stuff.
That's true.
So Highlights magazine, which I'm surprised I didn't have this one because I was a super nerdy kid. But anyway, the earliest issues had one of the magazine's signature features, the Hidden Pictures puzzle, although I've never been a fan of those. Trying to find what's different about the two pictures.
I hate those.
Yeah, not my thing. No. There's too much going on there. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking for. No. Within 2 years, the most famous characters arrived, Goofus and Gallant, which I don't remember them either.
I don't either.
Which shows that I did not read it that often. The young boys who consistently do the wrong thing and the right thing, respectively. For some reason, the characters sported elves' ears at first.
Why not?
Well, their names were Goofus and Gallant.
I mean,
so
you gotta have elves' ears if your name's Goofus.
More of a dunce hat kind of name.
Just thinking like a dunce hat and donkey ears.
Other features followed, and door-to-door sales quickly grew in circulation. But business troubles within about 4 years almost led to the shutdown of the magazine. Then the Myers' eldest son, also named Gary, like his father, hit upon an idea that put Highlights back in the black, sell subscriptions to doctors and dentists.
There you go.
Where generations would be exposed to the magazine in the waiting room. I didn't put this in here, but Gary Jr. died in a plane crash.
Oh.
Yeah. Downer.
R.I.P.
After your genius idea, even. Highlights offers a publication that is devoid of almost anything that could be considered controversial or edgy. Its pages each month are full of bright, colorful articles, puzzles, poems, young people's letters, and other features. As soon as I saw poems, I was like, somebody got offended by something.
No doubt.
There's no way. The magazine also steers clear of politics, though one editor says that some young readers have written in to ask when the magazine's pages might reflect their same-sex parents. According to Monica Kale, director of AFA's 1millionmoms.com.
Can I boo them?
Yeah.
Boo.
Yep. Highlights editor Christine Culley said, when we do show families in the magazines, we make it a point to include diversity. We strive to be diverse in every way. In a December alert to 1 million moms online subscribers,
Boo.
Cole urged moms to contact the magazine. It is not a magazine's job to introduce social issues to children, she said. That's the parents' role.
Oh, my God. Except
in her
you
most
won't do
caring
it.
voice.
I would like to speak to the manager of the magazine.
You're not teaching diversity, you silly cunt. You are teaching your kids that white rules. And
sit down.
And just man and a woman in a marriage.
Don't let your kid read it if you're... Okay.
Even if your Christian husband does sleep around on you. It's
with men.
The way it's supposed to be.
Whatever.
I knew you'd enjoy that.
I don't tolerate the 1 million moms very well.
Yeah. All right. I think this is my last one.
Yes.
One of the all-time best magazines ever.
Agreed.
So amazing that even as a small child, I thoroughly enjoyed this magazine and read it multiple times.
Yes.
The same issue.
Yes.
Reader's Digest.
Yes.
Man, I think I loved Reader's Digest so much because now as a 52-year-old, I'm realizing I think I have a reading disability that just went undiagnosed my whole entire life.
Right.
But I could focus on their short little articles.
Yes.
And I could read their little comic things and get it because I didn't forget everything else I read before I got to the punchline. I think that's why I really loved it so much. I'm the same way on the internet. Social media, if I see an article that looks interesting, I click on it and it's more than a 3-second read, I'm like, I'm done. I don't really care that much.
Someone read this to me.
Exactly. Or I just won't know.
That's why you should get TikTok. I know.
I don't like watching videos either.
Oh, well then I don't know what to tell you.
I know.
There's so much Taylor Swift on there though.
There's so much Taylor Swift everywhere. I love it. I can't wait till October so my album will come. I ordered it right away. I'm just waiting. All right. In 1920, DeWitt Wallace married Lilibel Wallace. Lilibel, if that isn't a old-timey name.
20s name, if I ever did hear one.
He married her in Pleasantville, New York. Shortly thereafter, the two would launch Reader's Digest in the basement below a Greenwich Village speakeasy. So romantic. The idea of Reader's Digest was to gather a sampling of favorite articles on many subjects from various monthly magazines, sometimes condensing and rewriting them, and to combine them into one magazine. Since its inception, Reader's Digest has maintained a conservative and anti-communist perspective on political and social issues. The Wallaces initially hoped the journal could provide $5,000 of net income. Wallace's assessment of what the potential mass market audience wanted to read led to rapid growth. By 1929, the magazine had 290,000 subscribers and had a gross income of $900,000 a year.
Wow, that is a lot of money.
A lot of money back then.
That's a lot of money now.
Yeah, for real. The first international edition was published in the United Kingdom in 1938. By the 40th anniversary of Reader's Digest, it had 40 international editions in 13 languages and Braille. And at one point, it was the largest circulating journal in China, Mexico, Spain, Sweden, Peru, and other countries, with a total international circulation of 23 million. The magazine's format for several decades consisted of 30 articles per issue, one per day, along with an "It Pays to Increase Your Word Power" vocabulary quiz, a page of amusing anecdotes and personal glimpses, 2 features of funny stories entitled Humor in Uniform, which I remember that one.
I remember that one too.
Yeah, that was my favorite. And Life in these United States, which I also remember, yes. And a lengthier article at the end, which I probably didn't read, usually condensed from a published book. Other regular features were My Most Unforgettable Character, the drama in real life, survival stories. I remember those too. And more recently, That's Outrageous. These were all listed in the table of contents on the front cover. Each article was prefaced by a small, simple line drawing. I remember that too.
Yep.
In more recent times, the format evolved into flashy, colorful, eye-catching graphics, boo, and many short bits of data interspersed with full articles.
I remember the Reader's Digest. I think we all, like I said before, if you had grandparents, I think you just, I think we all, and I don't remember the last, I know I saw them. I probably still see them every day, not every day, but once a month, and I'm not remembering them right now, but yeah, I love the Reader's Digest.
I just loved magazines.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we really need to bring magazines back.
I think that we should.
And make collages.
Yeah.
Make collages great again. That's our new saying.
Yeah, I mean, just getting a new magazine.
Let's
and
make magazines great again.
And even like in the 90s, they all had perfume samples.
Yes.
And you could use those for like a couple days to smell like that perfume.
Yeah. Obsession. I loved Obsession was my favorite. That magazine stunk. The Ulta catalog stinks too. It comes with perfume.
Oh, do they?
Mm-hmm. I had them today and they stunk up the whole truck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, 17 and all the teen magazines.
That's where you learned what kind of food you should eat. And
yeah, that was probably not good.
you read like celebrity articles where they actually like talk to the celebrity.
Yeah, and you got to learn what Johnny Depp likes to do at home.
What he wears when he's around the house.
His jammies.
Or doesn't wear.
Ooh. I know. I 17. I think 17 was probably the one I looked at the most. I bought the most.
I think I would agree with that. I like Cosmo and Vogue was just so over my head.
Yeah.
I would never be able to afford anything in that magazine.
Well, 17 was kind of just like the PG version of Cosmo, I feel like. I feel like it was more
Yeah, Cosmo was fun as a teen though too, because you got to read about like
dirty stuff. Yeah, it was dirty. Yeah, I don't know. 17. Like I said, the fashion in 17. I just like looking at the pictures.
It did feel more relatable, I think.
I don't think I ever wore any of that because they never had goth kids on there, but
the models looked a little more normal. They weren't all like
that's true
supermodels.
Yeah, they weren't supermodels.
They weren't like Kate Moss.
Although wasn't the two sisters, weren't they 17 models?
Hadid's?
No, way back
Way
when.
before then?
Yeah, one of them died in a car accident. Hold on, I got it. Nikki and Chrissy Taylor.
Yes. And Nikki Taylor was one of my favorites.
Yeah. I think they did start. We saw a picture of her. We had to take a moment and look at it. Yes, but they were on 17. And Chrissy Taylor died in a car accident.
Yep. And like I mentioned earlier, Isabella Rossellini was, well, not earlier, while we were on
break.
Isabella Rossellini was one of my favorites because I had a thing for the short, dark hair. And I still can't remember the girl's name from Northern Exposure.
Maggie.
Yeah. That is it.
Yeah.
I had another point. Oh, I watched a show, I think, on Netflix recently that Isabella Rossellini was in, too. It's very weird to see her old because, like, she went from being a supermodel in the 90s to you didn't see her anymore.
Yeah.
And now she was in this show, and she just looks kind of like a grandma. It's like, whoa, that's so crazy. I can't remember the show she was in, though.
My sister has super curly hair, and she likes bobs. My sister loves a bob, but she cannot have one.
Yep.
So I have spent my life
having bobs,
having her come to me and be like, "Can you get your hair cut like this? Can you get your hair cut like this?" Because I have a poker straight hair.
Yep.
So that's
I always wanted the short, like Maggie from Northern Exposure, Isabella Rossellini, that short boy haircut. Yeah. I was thin. I had the dark hair. I could have totally pulled it off, but I had curly hair. So I did have the short hair. It was just an afro. So, what are you going to do?
Well, thank you. That was good. We'll wrap it up. I love magazines. Let's bring them back, guys. Let's get collages going.
Let's start a campaign to buy magazines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're saving so many industries.
Yeah.
Except for the whiteboard industry, but you only buy them once. So
yeah.
Let's bring poster boards back.
Elmer's glue is going to skyrocket.
Glue. They even have clear glue now.
I was so disappointed when my kids needed school supplies and it wasn't the squeezy Elmer's glue. It's a stupid glue sticks now. Yeah, what the hell?
Well, that's how you get rid of your eyebrows, to block out your eyebrows. You use glue sticks. Did you know that that's what the drag queens wear to block out their eyebrows?
No.
Glue sticks. Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. Anyhow.
Yeah. How are you supposed to put glue all over your fingers and peel it off?
You can't.
With a glue stick.
You can't. You have to
stick
it in the glue.
Sniff your glue.
Well, it's probably easier in a stick to sniff it because then you can just
I don't know.
do it like a Vicks inhaler.
I don't think it's as strong though.
No, probably not.
I don't remember the kids' stick smelling as strongly as markers do not smell the way they used to either.
No, nothing does.
No more getting high in kindergarten.
No, God damn it.
Boo.
That's probably what's wrong with us.
Everything's non-toxic
like I said
now.
before, that's why we look so young, because we were doing lines of stinky things.
Yeah.
That was artificially stinky.
Yeah.
Stickers from last week, markers.
That's all right. Generations
glue.
Before us were taking heroin and cocaine. And
we were just doing lines of glue.
Morphine. That's what they were all doing.
Just all we needed was glue, and you could stick it and it stuck to your finger.
That's really all we needed was
just
glue.
Yeah.
That's it.
It is.
Yeah.
All right.
That'll be our new motto.
All we need is glue. It's not wrong. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
You can like, share, rate, review.
Please.
You can find us where you listen to your podcast.
Obvi.
You can follow us on all of our socials.
Please. Oh, we did break 1,000 on Facebook this week. 1,000 followers on Facebook. So thank you all.
Yes, we did. You can send an email about how you personally are going to bring back the magazine and collage or send us a picture of your collage.
Oh, yes.
To likewhateverpod@gmail.com or don't like whatever.
Whatever. Bye.
We'll take